Hello, welcome back to more Final Fantasy VIII. Where today we're going to... Nothing's been said where we're going yet, but we're going to go on our seed mission? That doesn't sound right for some reason. Seed mission doesn't sound right. Seed test. Our seed test is where we're going. Let's see who we're in the squad with. We got Zeldinkt. A lively fellow. Ah, he's not lively, he's just loud. He can't be that bad as well, surely. Alright, look, I love Zell. Look at him. Little wild card. With a cool backflip. And the Mike Tyson tattoo. The only downside to Zell is the Mike Tyson tattoo. But, you know, I'll explain Zell's limit break when it gets to it. Now, I have got a treat in store in this episode. I am going to show both possible outcomes to the seed test. We were training. But yeah, I've got a save prepared to show us both outcomes for the seed test. Well, not both outcomes, but, you know, both ways to defeat a certain boss. Now, one is a guaranteed max seed rank of 10, whereas the other is more of a 9. Say what? I love Zell, I really do. And Cypher's our squad leader. What a surprise. Can we not get somebody else as a squad leader? Right. I like Cypher. And Fusion and Rajan. But I hate it when people wish me luck. Oh, yeah, exactly. Like Zell. Ooh, Keistis has got that sass. She has sassy. Instructor, what list? Do you know, for the life of me, I don't think that list ever pops back up actually. So we're squad B and Kesis is our instructor. The squad B rule, and don't you forget it. Yeah, alright, Cypher. Is everyone here? Now at the end of the day, I'm not wholly bothered what my seed rank is, be it 9 or 10. To be fair, I'll explain how to get the perfect seed ranks. But 12 members from squads A through D. Yep, okay, so we're going out to kill people or get killed. This seems like a bit of a strict school, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be completely and utterly honest. This does not seem like the type of school I would have liked to go to. They're sending me somewhere where I could possibly die. So we've got 4 squads, 12 candidates, 9 fully fledged seed members. Well, at least we don't have to worry about cocking up. Nope, we do. Because the pride of Balam Garden, obviously. Obey their commands and accomplish the mission. I reckon Sid will talk quite posh. I don't know what's with his lean forward stand that he does, like, I'll be honest with you. Seems a bit silly if you ask me. Well, let's go. Sid turned into a polygon, so let's disappear. Even though we all know the car is not this way. Now in one of them that I'll be showing you, which is probably good. It's going to be what the last one I'll probably do. I'll go over everything when I get there. I'll go over everything when I get there. Show me your gunblade, will you? Come on. Just a peek. Yeah, why? I mean, I don't think Squall's exactly being selfish by not wanting to whip out his sword in a car. I mean, that just seems very, very silly. Sit down, Squeaky McSqueakson. We ain't got the space for you to be throwing them jobs. Sit down, Zell. Chickenless. Look at Zell, the all caps master. He's like the fusion of our own little seed team. The shame they only remastered the actual, you know, character models of certain characters in this game and not everything. Yeah, instructor, who was that girl? No problem. Yeah, a chicken wuss and a guy that's just reached puberty. What a squad we've got. What a squad. So, there's your instructions for how to drive a car. One thing about being in a car, mate, on Balam from Garden, you don't have to worry about much, but you cannot get into encounters while you're in a car. Which makes sense. I mean, I don't know why there's a car, there's nowhere to go apart from the town of Balam itself. It seems like the car's kind of redundant, if you ask me. And there we are, there's all boats. I mean, the boats look pretty cool. Yeah, chill guard and stuff. We might be the last, but don't worry. What do you mean, don't disappoint you? I don't think Cypher ever explains what he means by don't disappoint me now. Well, I mean, I can take a guess. Now, part of this SID exam, don't talk to anybody. I should have mentioned this while we were at Balam after Sid spoke. Don't talk to anybody unless they start the conversation with you first. It will affect your score. There is a lot of nitty-gritty things here that's going to affect your score. Zoo, motherfucker, zoo. Yeah, that's Zoo. We'll meet Zoo again later on. Nice to meet you. Well, your hand looks like it's the wrong way around, my friend. Oh, so this isn't the first time Cypher sat this exam. So Cypher must be strong now. If Cypher sat this before, Cypher must be very, very strong. Or else how's he sat it multiple times? Must have had the strength when he was younger to do it. Dollet Dukedom. So this is when we get in the breakdown. What's happening? Obviously, the G army is the Galbadia army. Galbadia. I can't even talk. They're abandoning their position and they're in the mountains. So what? So J army's in the mountains as well. Oh, so we're not going to the mountains, we're going to the beach. Oh, so we're just going to go beat an army up in the city. Makes perfect sense for teenagers to do. SID members will intercept the G army forces trying to make their way into the city from the mountain range. Beautiful, perfect, nice and easy. Well, yeah, so what are we supposed to do? We are to eliminate the G army inside the city. Yeah, I'm with Cypher, that sounds boring. Let's just go raise hell. Do a little dirty work. Yeah, obviously. Once the withdraw command's made, we have to make sure we withdraw. We anticipate a battle as soon as we disembark. Any questions? Talk to Keistus. We will talk to nobody. Because that will affect our SID rank. Believe it or not. I'll see what's going on. Another part that affects your SID rank, which is really stupid, is doing what Cypher says. If Cypher tells you to do something, you pretty much have to do it. It will affect your SID ranking. But look, this could say no. My God, I'm gonna turn my mic off here that this could say playing in peace here. Right, come on, how kick-ass was that part of the cutscene there? And just dunk straight through the walls. Don't understand how that happened or how we did that, but you know, we did it. Now, the soldiers in green you saw in the cutscene, they are 100% in fact the Dollet soldiers. Dollet soldiers from the Dollet dukedom. Due the central square. Equip your GF before heading into battle. Now, I'm not sure here, right? I always tend to equip my GF pretty early. But I'm not sure if equipping our GF there actually messes anything up with Cypher's having said, you know, follow me. I will be giving Cypher a GF while we're here. Just because why not? It's some extra XP for me GFs if nothing else. I'm not going to bother juicing any magic. Zell gets Ifrit and Zell will always have Ifrit. But GF's equipped. Let's start tearing apart these Galbadian soldiers. Galbadian. Sounds like cold, doesn't it? Now you'll notice, obviously I meant to do this last episode, if you press L1 it brings up the target reticle so much easier. So these are G soldiers. Now I do want to show off Cypher's weapon. Cypher has a gunblade as well. With the same timing trick for his trigger, it's just on a slightly different timer to scrolls. Now the fun thing about Cypher, that hopefully I get to show off, is his limit break doesn't actually need him to be at very low health to activate. Now remember, don't talk to anybody. You can use the save point obviously. Just don't talk to anybody that doesn't talk to you first. That includes Cypher and Zell, mind you. One thing to bear in mind there. So, if you're interested, Cypher's sword, his gunblade I believe is called the Hyperion, if I'm not mistaken. Look out, it's Seed. Can I actually get Cypher's limit? That would be pretty cool. Cypher does like to dodge. And Zell has a pretty bad hit rate where Skull's almost guaranteed. Tell you what, Cypher, hit yourself as well, son. So we'll have everybody bully Cypher here. This is 100% a viable strategy here. Is to bully your own characters. Get your health low enough. Oh, there we go, Firecross. So his limit starts as Firecross and then we get No Mercy. Now this is essentially the move he used against Squall in the intro. Hits him with fire. I mean, I love Cypher's limit. It's got to be my favourite limit in the game. I will try and show off. Well, I'm not even going to try. Everyone will get their limit shown at some point. Nice thing about this here as well though is all these G soldiers that we fight all drop potions. Not that you have to worry because Squall's stocked up on cures anyway. It was tipper topper. Now, let's say obviously we don't want to talk to anybody. Another part of your seed test requires you to, I think it's to win 50 battles in, not 50, 75 battles. Now, I use that and another point later in the game to grind out a lot of GF abilities that would otherwise take a minute to get, as well as grind out spells, and I will show that once we come back. Well, once we get to the point where I would do that normally, I will show that off. Now, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. I personally don't mind spending a few hours in triple speed, just grinding out. So, scout the area for enemies. Do not take that path on the left. You will lose points for taking that path on the left. Now, the only enemies that's left is these ones stood on the car. Oh, sorry. So, we go engage with these and take care of these. While I get a quick drink of water there. Now, anybody who's played this game before knows what I'm talking about the two different ways to end this segment. But luckily, I will be showing both off anyway, so it doesn't really make much difference. So now we're going to come back down here to Cypher. Now you kind of have to talk to Cypher at this point. You don't lose points for that one. You have to talk to them. If you have to talk to them as far as, you know, story and whatnot goes, there's not much you can do. As we just literally wait around now. And there we go. But while you're waiting around, you cannot speak to Cypher and Zell again. Or again, you will lose points. You see, it doesn't really matter. But I wouldn't be doing it right and showing you a walkthrough if I was showing you the incorrect way to do things. Bounce, bounce, bounce that sword. Bounce, bounce, bouncy sword. Yes, Cypher's sword is called the Hyperion. Same gun, he uses a gunblade just like Squall. He just has a bit of a different stance. Again, you cannot talk to anybody here. You just keep running towards Cypher. And he starts cutting up the air, look at him. Cool guy, extraordinaire. Poor dog, look at it. Parking away outside the restaurant here. That sign does say restaurant here. Oh. We're now doing reconnaissance. We're now doing a bit spying. Look at us go. That was a lot of soldiers that ran past there. And that must be the radio tower, the control tower that they were on about. Satellite tower? Control tower. That's against orders. Yep, unfortunately, we have to do what the captain says. With his really high trousers. Everyone in this game wears really high-waisted trousers and really short tops. It's great. You'll thank me when the time comes. Yeah, see, Cypher's got the matching scar. Yeah, listen to Zell. Yeah, Zell, you stay here. Zell gets so angry so easily. He's great. They're heading for this facility, so we are also heading to the facility. So we follow Cypher out here. Now this is where it gets entertaining. This point in time is where I would grind out what is required for the 75 battles as well as GF abilities. Now the way to do that is you put all your GFs on Cypher, kill Squall and Zell, and just have Cypher go absolutely ham, killing everything. Now, I'm going to load up a save where I've already done that. And you'll see there's a difference, I think, of about 5 hours where I've done it on triple speed. I mean, it's not all, I mean, that is inflated time. It doesn't take that long. There was time spent while I had it running, I was doing other things and whatnot. But, I'm going to quickly load up that save and we'll take it from there. So I'll take care of that and I shall be right back. Right, so I've got that save loaded where I've already done the amount of kills required for that part of the save test. But like I say, this is just a good point to grind as well. Now you'll notice Squall and Zell's levels are still exactly the same as they were before. Their levels has not changed past level 8. Whereas Cypher's now level 66. One of the good reasons for doing it is I get access to all 4 level 3 elemental spells. As well, I'll go over the GFs in a minute. As well as a mad stock of potions, Phoenix Downs. I got really lucky with a couple of remedies as well. The big thing is the GFs. So, I have learned near enough every ability I care about on Quetzalcoatl. Shaver's missing, Quetzalcoatl's missing elemental defense times 2. Shaver's missing elemental defense and spirit times 2, but nothing major. Ifrit actually has everything apart from boost, but I've got him obviously on Mad Rush just because why not, then I'll do boost. Now this takes a while And whereas it's not mandatory, you don't have to do it. It does help. Well, it's not that it helps, it just shortens another part down later on where I would, you know, get the spells and completely break the game. In quite literally the next story segment after this, to be honest with you. But it does help clear the missions. Now the only thing is though, is these enemies are now my average party level. And unfortunately you can't run away from battles in Dollet. Thankfully, Cypher just sweeps. Not as much as Zell does at the minute. Zell is nutty. I should probably go over the junctions to be fair. So Zell's obviously got Ifrit. I have him junctioned Curaga on health. Any of them on strength with the strength plus 20 and 40. Squaller's on Shaver with an absolute nutty vitality because he doesn't have a HP junction at the moment. So next best. But he is on Vit plus 20 and Vit plus 40. I could put Spirit on, but I'm not taking much magical attacks at the minute. And Cypher is quite literally just on Quetzalcoatl with the magic pluses because, well, the way I've got my GF split is the way I'm going to have them split for most of the game, to be honest with you. There is a draw point down here. I always forget there's a draw point down here. There's a silence draw point. Why can't Squall stop silence? Because I didn't give them draw. There we go. Do I care about silence? I don't really care about silence actually. There's some spells in this game that are just like kind of Silence is one of them. As far as status immunities go, like your status defense, Death and Confuse probably is the better ones. Death, Confuse, Sleep, things like that. Oh, here we get a 3-man. So we might actually get a kill each for everybody here. Say the I missed my crit on the Squall, I missed my trigger timing. Zell 100% kills on his own. 100% Zell kills on his own here. Yeah, look at that. Even Cypher scoring a crit isn't doing that much damage. There is a reason to turn Zell into just your absolute powerhouse. I mean, you could swap Shiva and Ifrit around and it probably wouldn't make much difference if you wanted Squall as your powerhouse. It's just Zell is the one I want for. It's the one I always go for as my powerhouse. Now, these Dollet soldiers count exactly the same. Do not talk to them. You will lose points. This one doesn't count because he talks to us first. We didn't initiate the conversation, so we don't lose any points for this, which is always nice. Oh, a nesting ground for monsters. It sounds like you're getting hit by a monster right there, mate. What a lovely fight against our first. Well, I mean, this would be an easy fight if I hadn't leveled. But here Cypher's explaining the finishing blow determines who gets the XP. A fun thing to do here actually, because Squall and Zell are alive. Oh no, I still got the strong one. Oh, this is going to be interesting. I wasn't expecting getting the strong Anaconda here, if I'm completely honest. So that hidden spell it's got here, right, is actually Bio. Now, I don't really care about Bio at all, if I'm honest with you. I do care about not dying, but apparently Squall doesn't want to draw. So what am I meant to do? Yeah, that spell there is Bio. I'll see if I can show it here by casting Bio on it. On the Anaconda, a Cypher just heals us up there for 7,000. Damn, Squall, your draws really suck. I don't care about Bio. I don't think I care about Bio. I'm not 100%. The thing is, there's some spells that... There you go, there was a Bio animation. I just healed it, but, you know, we'll sharp take care of that. There is some spells that are really, really good. And some spells that are kind of ass. Now, I'm not saying that Bio's a bad spell by any means. Do you want to get... That died. Trying to see if I can get a Renzoku in there, but it died. Let's see, Bio is... It's not that Bio's a bad spell. It's not just not a spell I would use personally, if that makes sense. It's not my type of spell. Now thinking about it like I always do, I should always really just keep a stack of Curas on hand, just for healing outside of battle. I didn't today, obviously. Now again, we can't run away from these battles, so we just have to, you know, sort of kill our way through. I do still want to try and retain a low level for Squall and Zell, if possible. I don't want them getting too high leveled, just because, well, I need them to be low leveled. Average party level, and Cypher, if you hadn't guessed, isn't a permanent party member, so I'm not really bothered about Cypher's level. But we finally made our way to the communications tower here. We have a quick sneak peek to see what's going on inside. Oh, no problem with the boosters, neither. Great. I understand very little of what they're saying, apart from the fact they're trying to fix it. But then if they just wanted to come here to fix it, why didn't they just ask Dollet if they could come and fix it? Like, surely that would work. You scared, Squall? Of course you do, Cypher. Of course you love battles, my friend. A Cypher has a dream? I didn't know Cypher was clever enough to have a dream, if I'm completely honest with you. Frickin' hell. Frickin' A. Zell, I love how Zell's like angry. He's like, I'm going to shake. And not with anticipation. Dude, that's gotta hurt. Zell has a habit of punching the floor and other things. Like, you're not telling me that doesn't hurt. Look, who's that? You might recognise that as the girl that we showed around the garden. We're finally going to get introduced to her properly. As she very clumsily falls down a cliff that looks like it would break her knees upon landing. You Squad B? Yeah. Hey, I'm glad you know how to use a directory. And this is Selfie. Where's Cypher gone? I love this Squall's just like, he's down there. Just look. Cypher's got a romantic dream. Oh, how sweet. I'm sure he can't be a bad guy. Dude, Selfie's crazy. Fell down that cliff. Jumped down that one. Man, I ain't jumping down that cliff. If you jump down that cliff, you actually lose points on your SAID exam for jumping down the cliff. So we've got to hedge our bets on getting into an encounter around this corner here, so we don't lose points. Thankfully it's just a couple of Galbadian soldiers, and these are back down to our average party level, which, let me tell you, is not enough to survive either of us. Even though Squall doesn't have a strength junction, which is... that's just all raw natural Squall. God, I'm at level 9 already. I mean, level 9's fine, to be fair. All I need to do is I need to keep my average party level, whatever party I take at one point, under 17. Or a while away from that yet. Yeah, why would we jump? That's just crazy. Please. Yeah, I'm with Zell on this one. I wouldn't just jump off a cliff like. Well, anyway. So, Selfie's going to join our party now. Now, the fun thing about this is she automatically gets all of Cypher's magic. Which is why I had all that magic on Cypher. And now Selfie Oh, we've got the card ability. I'm going to go over the card ability another time when I'm actually going to be using it for a lot of stuff. Right, I'm going to go over this, right? You can hit auto to junction for your strength, magic, defense, whatever you want. I prefer doing it manually, just because I can. Now, there is a point here where I'm debating, do I want Thundaga Junction? But, since I know that I'm going to be ending this episode very soon, because, you know, we've hit the half an hour mark, I don't want the episode going for too long. Which probably will make my life easier, but, you know, showing both outcomes to this, I suppose. That will definitely be a next time type of thing. But, we've still got a little bit more we can squeeze in here. Hey, yeah, Cypher doesn't really listen to people, Selfie. I don't know what to say to you. Now, there's nowhere else you could have gone, Squall. Good job this isn't a test. This exam, it has nothing to do with brain power. Now, blind is a very important spell. Very important spell. I don't know why I give it to Squall. It's not Squall that it's going to be on. Can we stop ending the battles here? You can't run from battles neither. I'm pretty sure running from battles ruins your your report. Selfie actually fights with nunchucks. Selfie's pretty cool. I suppose that makes Selfie your OG. Technically should be the OG monk of the game. Even though Zell would technically be the monk, because obviously monks used to get nunchuck weapons. But enough prattle. This is where I'm leaving it for the day. Next time we'll follow up that lift and see what Cypher is getting up to in the Dollet Communications Tower. But like I say, that is next time. But for now, this is Daddy Gladdy signing out. Have a good day.